here comes the very concept of Bindu. Bindu literally meaning a seed point, like a seed, a single point from which a tree can grow. So that point is the first point of manifestation. As we saw that this consciousness is dynamic, that means it is moving, it is vibrating. And via this vibration, this creation that we see is coming from that unmanifested source. So whatever we see is that manifested reality, but this all is coming from an unmanifested source, and these both realities are existing in the very present moment of now. So the next question is, how do we trace back? How do we trace back to that formless source? Here comes the practice of Bindu Dhyan. So, like how this formless reality, the formless consciousness contracts into a single point, and from that singularity arises this form. So in order to go back to this formless source, what you have to do is put all of your awareness in a single point, and that is when you are being this Bindu. This is the formless, this is the form, this intermediate is this Bindu, this is the formless, where there is no object in this field, but just pure subject. Like no object has started to take form yet. So it's there in its unmanifested form, yet is the source of creation. So Bindu Dhyan is basically going back to this Bindu. And once you are in this state, that is when you can contract and then again expand. So it's like a vortex that we spoke of, like something that is merging into one and then opening to a cosmic level. Something individual merging into a single point and then opening to that cosmic self. So this is the process of Bindu Dhyan. Your awareness, energy, all of it at one single point. And this is basically what is the goal of our practice also. This Om chanting and breath work is basically aligning everything into a single point. This Bindu is how the self is manifested. And in this process, there are different centers where this Bindu can be meditated upon, where like there is the concentrated form essence of it. So one is this highest Bindu that is above our head, that has to be reached. Before that, you can say there is this one Bindu over at your crown chakra. One is at your third eye. One is at your heart space. So it's basically the void that can open via these spaces. In Bindu Dhyan, what we are going to do is, what we strive towards is putting all of awareness at a single point. And since third eye is something which is the easiest for us to physically put our attention to, that's closest to our eye, that is what we aim for. Putting our awareness at a single point. And once there is sufficient awareness at a single point, that is when you open to that void. That is when you open up to that void. That is your inner space. So whatever outside infinite thing there is also inside, but it has to be unlocked via this Bindu. So Bindu is your doorway to that infinite. Now here this third eye is very much in place, that you need to have focus on it, and that becomes the doorway of it. Okay.